Hello everyone, I'm Natasha and welcome to today's candle making session. Alright, so we're going to be making candles together. It's a really fun experience, a good opportunity for you to ignite a new hobby, or if you already have a passion in candle making, this is a great opportunity to do it along with myself and other like-minded individuals. So let's get started. We have everything we need today on the table here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to fill up a pot 3/4 full of water, and we're going to place it over heat or fire. It's up to you. And we're just going to get that water reaching boiling point, okay? So we're using a double boiler method for our candle making today. Next up, we are going to have our wick ready. So today I'm going to be using a rope wick with a metal clasp at the bottom, so it's very easy. What we're going to do is just take a sticker and we're going to stick it at the bottom of the metal clasp. So just like that. And you're going to place this at the base of your candle jar. So here we have our white jar here. We're just going to stick it right in the middle. So in terms of wicks, usually the size and how many wicks you want to use, that's really dependent on the diameter of your candle jar. So the wicks that we do provide with this jar, it's perfect size, yeah? So you can just push it in with a spoon, or if you have chopsticks or anything, just push it down. Make sure it's stable, right, nicely set in the middle. And I have this really handy tool here, which I like to use to hold my wick in place. You can purchase this online as well. So you're just going to place your wick through the hole. And just like that, it holds it in place really nicely and it keeps you straight. So later when you pour your wax, your wick will set nicely in the middle, okay? All right. So while our water is boiling, let's get straight into measuring our wax. So I have my weighing scale here and the melting pot. We're just gonna pour the wax directly in. So we do actually offer pre-packed wax. So this is 150 grams exact. So what you're gonna need is exactly 150 grams. If you want to just measure to be on the safe side, that's completely fine. Just calibrate your weighing scale, pour the wax in directly. So should be exactly 150. I'm just going to go ahead and pour the entire thing. Yeah. Yep, just nice. Exactly 150 grams. So if you do have bigger chunks of wax like this is a very big block, you can use your hand or a spoon to just break it down. The reason we do this is because it will take slightly longer than the finer pieces of wax to melt, okay? So we're just going to break it down to make it easier to melt once we put it over the water. Yeah, this is pretty satisfying as well if you're really into ASMR. This is a fun process to break down the wax. All right, perfect. So once your water has reached boiling point, you can actually place the melting pot, which is really nice. It has this little clasp at the bottom, very easy to just attach, and then you can go ahead and do whatever else you need to. So just place it over your melting pot like that. And we're just gonna wait for the wax to slowly melt. If you have tissue or towels near you, please use them. It can get pretty messy, so we just want to keep our counter clean. And yeah, so you can just take your spoon or spatula, just stir it, speed up the melting process. It should melt relatively fast. I would say overall, this entire candle making process should take no longer than half an hour, all right? So we're just gonna wait for this to slowly melt. Very good. All right, so in terms of candles, there are so many different types of candles. So one type of candle that is really trending right now is actually chakra candles, which are also known as healing candles. So, you know, every candle, there's a different unique point to the candle. So what makes your candle unique are colors, fragrances, and with chakra candles, there are specific colors and fragrances that you can use to channel inner healing. So for example, we have the root chakra, which is what basically grounds us, really keeps us grounded. Um, secure, safe. So this is where we can implement the color red. So we do have color cubes also available for you guys, by the way. But we can implement the color red. We can implement the fragrance of red currant. Another chakra is your third eye, which is right here. So this really will open up awareness, spiritual awakening. So if you're one who loves to meditate, you believe in all the universal signs and all that, we can also channel the third eye using usually indigo, and then the fragrance would be bergamot. So yeah, there are so many ways you can go about this. All right, don't forget to keep stirring. Make sure it doesn't get clumped up or anything. Should be melting pretty fast. So yeah, candles really can be used for many things. So scented candles, especially like what we're creating today, were actually really brought into society in the early 80s or mid 80s. So they kind of branded it as luxury items or very decorative centerpieces for when you have guests over. You just want to make your house smell nice. So yeah, there are so many different functions nowadays. A lot of people like to use it for meditation. So if you're one who likes to do candle gazing, so just staring at a candle or having a candle close to you while you're meditating, it really elevates that entire meditational process. But candles in general are a really great idea for a gift. So if it's a gift to a loved one, family, friends, whoever, it is very thoughtful, especially when you've made it yourself. I find that gifts, with that special touch, it just elevates the entire thing. So much better than just buying it from a store. It's very much personalized. And you can also customize it however you want. So we do have all these items in our candle making kits. If you guys are interested in giving it a shot or creating a gift, this Christmas season coming up, yeah, you should really go ahead, try your best. A gift with personal touch always means the world to your loved ones. With New Year's, Christmas, any seasonal gifts, you can customize it accordingly. It's very thoughtful. All right, I'm just gonna lower the heat a little bit. We're almost there, just a few tiny chunks left. So this is what I meant by when you have those bigger chunks, they sometimes take a little longer to break down. So the rest of the wax is melted. We're just waiting for the final few pieces. So we're going to keep that over the double boiler until it reaches 79.5 degrees Celsius. So we also have our thermometer ready to measure. So it should reach 79.5 degrees Celsius before you remove it off the double boiler. Okay, so you can go ahead and turn on your thermometer. This we also do offer in our kits. It comes in Celsius and Fahrenheit, so you can calibrate it to whatever you know best. I'm going to be using Celsius, so let's just place it on there. You can turn off the heat if the wax is pretty much melted, because it is still pretty hot, so it will continue to melt even with the heat off. So remembering 79.5 degrees Celsius, yeah? Just wait for that. So this is a really fun process for you guys. If you do suffer from colds or sinuses, this is a good time to also, you can do steaming. I find it really fun to do. When I have a blocked nose, I just kind of place my head over steam, and it really helps to clear up any sinuses as well. So you kill two birds with one stone. All right. Perfect. We're at 74 degrees Celsius, which is below 79.5. You can go ahead and remove it. So like I said, just grab a cloth, or if you have tissue or anything, keep your counter clean. Gently remove it. Remember, it's hot, so be safe when you're doing this. All right. Okay, and just go ahead and leave that in the corner. We're gonna allow our melted wax to slowly cool. Before we add our fragrance oil, we have to wait till it reaches 74 degrees Celsius. Then we'll start to pour our fragrance oil in and stir it gently over 2 minutes. So usually for fragrance oil, you can decide if you want to pour it in batches, which I prefer usually, or you can pour it one shot, okay? So once again, let's just take the temperature. 74 degrees Celsius is what we're aiming for. So in our kits, we do also have options for different types of fragrance oils if you guys are looking for specific scents, or if you're planning to create a gift for a loved one and you know they like lavender, for example, we also do offer the options. So do stay tuned to our page for more updates. We also will be implementing different types of color cubes that can be melted in with your wax as well. So like I said, do follow us, stay tuned, and there will be more updates on this, all right? Okay, we're at 74, so that should be good. So today the fragrance oil that I'm using will be peppermint, which we do offer in our kits. If you do want other variety of scents or colors, also just stay tuned, or you can add it onto your cart, all right? So peppermint. Peppermint is really good for relieving stress, anxiety. It's really good for relieving muscle pain, headaches as well. And it's often used to treat coughs and colds. So just taking a big whiff of peppermint actually has many benefits, all right? So usually we pour around 10 to 15 ml. I would recommend 15 ml for a stronger scented candle. So like I said, you can either pour it in little drops, it just takes a bit more time, or you can pour it, just remove the lid, pour it in tiny batches. So just a little like that. Let me get rid of the candle jar so you guys can see. Just pour a little in, and using a glass rod, which will also help to cool the wax at the same time, just gently stir it in. It should take on this liquidy gold color, all right? And have a oily texture. There should not be any clumps or lumps in the wax. That's how you know it's been fully melted. So just stirring it in. So we're doing this over a period of 1 to 2 minutes. The smell is really, really good. Yeah, it's very strong, but it's just nice at the same time. So yeah, your entire working area at home or kitchen is gonna smell really great after this. So just gently stirring it. The stirring will also help to gently cool the wax. So remember, we're not going to put our wax in the refrigerator or directly in front of a fan. It will really affect the setting process of your candle. So we're going to naturally cool it down. Right, almost there. Just keep stirring. So before we actually pour the wax into the jar, we're going to be waiting till it reaches 63 degrees Celsius, okay? Yep, smells really good. Okay, that's that. Now, after all that stirring, let's go ahead and check the temperature. So, like I said, it should be 63 degrees Celsius before we pour it into the jar. So this is because our glass jars are made of glass, so we cannot pour anything too hot. It could cause cracking, and it also can affect the cooling process of the candle if it cools too fast, all right? So we have to make sure it's at the right temperature before we pour it in. We're at 60 degrees. All right, very nice. 62.6. Okay, Now what we're going to do is we're going to gently pour the wax into our jar over here. Okay, just pour it for you guys to see. So we have this little metal tool keeping the wick in place, which is great. It will help during setting. So when you're pouring your wax, make sure to leave like maybe half an inch of space. Yeah, half an inch of space or an inch from the brim of the jar, okay? Because we're going to later on close the jar with our wooden lid, so we do need a little leeway there. We can't have it filled up to the brim, okay? And there you have it. In terms of your wick length, it's not going to be this length, okay, when you burn it, because it's not going to really do anything. So you're going to have to actually trim your wick. Usually it will be trimmed to 1/8 of an inch, and it should be trimmed every 2 hours of burning time. So you usually trim it once your wax has fully set and when you're ready to start burning. So we recommend leaving this to set for at least 3 days to let the wax fully harden, fully cool down. And before burning, we would recommend at least 1 week. If you can't wait a week, that's completely fine. 5 to 6 days is okay as well. But this is really just for the fragrance to really bind in with the wax. So you're going to have a really strong, nice smelling candle, okay? So give that a shot. I hope you guys really enjoyed this fun session. And like I mentioned, we do offer our own candle making kits. So I'll give you guys a little peek at what we offer, okay? Let's just clear all of this. All right, so here is our candle making kit over here. All right, so we have all our items in here very nicely placed in a very nice box. So we have this white magnetic latched box. It's great for storing smaller items as well if you want. So let's just get rid of all of this and I'll show you guys what we have inside. So in the box, first and foremost, we have a checklist with a step-by-step guide, which I think you will find very helpful because I know sometimes these sessions might be a little fast-paced. And if you can't remember everything, that's completely fine. We have this guide for you as well, just to take a look whenever you're feeling lost, catch your breath, all right? So the items is basically what we have here today. I have a jar for you guys. So like I said, it's the classic white jar and it has this wooden lid on top so you can store it nicely. So that is the reason why we leave a little inch of space from the wax to the brim so we can close it and store it for future usage, okay? So let's just go ahead and put that back. We have 150 grams of pre-packed soy wax. So the benefits of soy wax, unlike other types of waxes, is that it is vegan, it is non-toxic, it's less likely to trigger any allergies of any sort, all right? So it's very, it's a good quality type of wax to use. But there are many other types of wax. If you are an avid candle maker, you can look at beeswax or paraffin wax, but I would highly recommend soy wax, okay? And here we have our thermometer. So like I said, it measures in degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit. We have the melting pot for you guys, which is really great. Like I said, this is a very handy tool that you can use in so many cooking and baking adventures at home. It has a metal clasp for you, very easy to just cling it on and continue doing whatever you have to do. And we offer, as a start, essential oil and with a wick and the sticker and the clasp as well for the base. So like I mentioned earlier, there will be opportunities for you to explore different types of scents, different types of colors. So if you are interested in this, you can stay updated on our website, and yeah, we'll have more updates and variety of options available for you guys, all right? So please click on the link below if you would like to purchase one of these really, really great candle making sets. You can also sign up for courses to do candle making alongside with me and other like-minded individuals who enjoy these types of crafts, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed today. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow us for more.